What's up, my juice lovers? Today we're going to be talking about the difference between a masticating slow juicer and a real cold press juicer, a two-stage juice press. So we've got the Nama J2, which is a very popular juicer for home users. It's very convenient, easy to use, people love it. And then we've got our all-new Goodnature Hummingbird Pro, our newest two-stage juice press. So Eric here is an engineer, is going to talk about the technical differences between the machines, and we're going to make some juice.
Yeah, great. So the first main difference between a two-stage juicer like ours and really all the other types of juicer that are a slow turning gear like this one is that our machine has a real press. And what do we mean by that? There's two plates that press together slowly and very, very hard. So the fruit and vegetables get ground up in the shredder first. They fall into our press bag in between the plates. And then once everything's all ground up and ready, then you start pressing after. Two separate steps, that's very important. Machines like this masticating juicer, what they are is they're really one step. They're all based on the same sort of principle that you have some very fine screen like this and some type of slow turning gear that pushes produce up against the inside of it and presses it very hard and scrapes it against the screen. And what you get is everything, both the flesh of the fruits and vegetables, as well as the skin and seeds and stems. Everything that can go through that screen goes through the screen. It's very sharp and the holes are very small. So what you get is a lot of really, really tiny solids floating around in your juice.
And it's very apparent visually after you compare the juices side by side that the juice on a real two-stage juice press is much cleaner, much more vibrant, much more beautiful than the juice off a masticating juicer that comes out separated, a little bit discolored and foamy. But don't take our word for it, we'll actually do it here.
Great. So we've got the same recipe. This is about 50-50 carrots and apples. First we're going to run ours on the Hummingbird Pro. Okay, now when that's pressing, I'm gonna let it do its thing, and I'm gonna get the Nama running. So first I'm gonna load it up.
So one nice feature about Hummingbird is it's press and walk away, meaning once you hit the press button, you can go be doing other things in your kitchen, like getting the next batch ready or bottling juices.
So as you can see, things are starting to come out of the screen inside. Might be a little bit hard to make it on video, but as that gear is turning and turning inside of that screen, it's pushing juice and other things out.
You can see, like in the pulp, there's little bits of seeds and stuff and skin. I mean, just all getting ground up. One other thing worth mentioning is that the Nama J2 actually only has a 30-minute duty cycle. So it means every 30 minutes you have to let it rest for 30 minutes. So if you're actually making a lot of juice, it's not great for that. Whereas Hummingbird is a real commercial machine. It can be used for 24 hours straight.
Notice how there's no foam on the top of ours and how the juice looks
Very clean,
smooth and clean.
very filtered. Yeah.
So you might notice a little difference in color right away. All right, now you can kind of see that it's starting to separate. The juice from the Nama is a little browner, and it's starting to what we call flock, where little bits start clumping together, and some float up to the top, and some separate down to the bottom. Our juice is all one color, all one consistency. Looks very appetizing. So while we're waiting for these to change, I'm going to get geared up for celery juice. I'm going to clean these out.
Okay, yeah, so we'll let this juice sit for a while so it's time to actually settle and separate so you can see the difference. Meanwhile, Eric's going to be cleaning.
Okay.
For cleaning Nama or any masticating juicer, there's quite a few sort of little nooks and crannies that are a little bit hard to clean.
I will say Nama does a good job compared to the rest of them, but still you're left with this screen, which I'll rinse it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera, but all these little pile up, all these little, this is slippery when I touch it, it's all the little bits of apple and carrot.
Yeah, which is why the machine comes with like a toothbrush basically for cleaning.
And then we have these little ports that you might be able to see. There's stuff stuck in there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get.
Which I don't have a little toothpick or something, but I can sort of pick it out. Okay. That's good enough. We're going to keep running it. It's not clean yet. There's still stuff stuck in there. I don't have the special little brush it comes with. This part's pretty easy to clean, but there's this groove around the bottom that stuff gets packed up into, which isn't really just a clean rinse, but it's good enough for now. And then this, which is not dishwasher safe, okay. There. Okay. Now I'll clean ours.
So everything just lifts out.
So ours, very easy to rinse. And there's no screens to clean. It's all just rinse and move on.
Everything's dishwasher safe.
Everything's dishwasher safe. There's no little nooks and crannies. It's all pretty nice, big, curvy parts.
It's important, you know, our machines being commercial, important in a commercial environment for everything to be easy to clean so it keeps you and all your customers safe.
You have no little grooves or tight little spots. And then our press bag comes out. And this is clean. I'm just going to rinse it just to get any of the color off from the carrot. That's ready. Okay, take this back. Put it in the machine. This goes back in the machine. Okay. Now for our next recipe, we're just doing straight celery.
We can check in on the separation here. It's starting to separate more. We'll give it another few minutes.
This is a celery beef.
The best juicer for celery by far.
yeah. You know, even a lot of machines that are marketed as celery juicers, they have little screens that get all bound up. They really leave a lot to be desired. So now we hit press. And one cool thing about this machine is it's dual speed. So if I want, I can go fast. I hold the button down to boost it. And then when I let go, you can see how much time you've saved from the press cycle. You can boost again. Time will drop down.
But you'd only want to use boost if it's a fibrous recipe and not something super
Or
juicy.
small recipe if it's only half full. Okay, now while that's running, I'm gonna come over here. Now when we run celery, the juice might not look as different as the carrot juice, but you'll see the juice itself, there's a lot of different stuff in it. Okay. So which one should pour through first? Ours?
Yeah, because it'll be obvious.
Yep.
So first we'll take the real cold pressed celery juice, pour it through the strainer.
Pour it through the strainer, and you'll see it just goes right through the strainer.
No little chunks or gritty
Yep.
stuff or strings or anything.
It's just pure, clean celery juice. Okay, now, do we have another pitcher? To keep
No,
these
just
stuff?
pour it.
Just combine them?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you'll see what's left from the nama.
Yep, there you go.
So this is all fibers and long stringy things and just gritty, slimy things that don't feel or taste good when you drink them.
To give the juice a more bitter taste and a worse mouthfeel. So that's basically what you're looking at for the difference there.
All right, well that wraps up the celery test. We're gonna let this carrot juice sit for another 20 minutes or so, and we'll send an update photo at the end.
If you guys want to see more comparison videos, follow our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at Goodnature Pro. See you next time.
Thank you.